Hello, and welcome to Dickinson's Real Deal. This is the show where we help members of the public to get the very best price for their antiques and valuables. We give them a choice of sitting down with one of our regular deals. Now, they're going to try and tempt you with a cash offer on the table today.
£370.
£130.
There's £50, that's my offer.
How's £60?
If you don't think that's enough money, you have another choice. Place those same goods into an auction in the hope that you get more money there. But be warned, there is no guarantee. Today, the show comes to you from Birmingham. There's a large crowd of people here. They've brought along their antiques and collectibles. They want to cash them in and walk away with the real deal.
First up today, it's Margaret. She's brought along a modern print, but might want to sail off with it.
And you brought along this limited edition print of these old ships?
Yes.
Fair enough. It's got numbers there, hasn't it?
It has. You can just see it there. It's faded a little.
I saw it. It's something like 200 not out of 850,
That's
doesn't
it, yeah.
Yeah? Do you reckon it sold any others? Well, where did you get it from?
My parents had bought this back in 1977.
Which is here?
Queen's Silver Jubilee.
Absolutely.
And I think it was commissioned for that purpose. It does say somewhere on here.
Yeah, with the Britannia in the middle of it all.
Yes.
Before that. Well, I don't think it got scrapped, did it? It's gone somewhere, isn't it? In Edinburgh.
Isn't it a hotel or something now?
Something like that, yeah. Well, that all makes sense. Here we've got their boat in the middle of it. We've got the fleet review, aircraft carriers and everything. With it being a print, and I know it's a signed edition, and I would have thought when that was new it cost money. It's on a non-reflected glass here.
Yes.
Which has protected it, obviously, it will never fade. You've got to be into this royalty bag.
Yes, yes.
To really get the money, and of course, much as I love our dear Queen and all the rest of it, it's not old enough for me, really.
No, it's quite modern, isn't it?
Well,
really?
you're still living.
Yes.
Yeah? I prefer them kings and queens, unfortunately, that have fallen off the perch, you know, like George III, George II, George I. So that's going to be my problem when I offer you a price, is it's just not old enough.
Right.
But I can appreciate that it will have cost money. I mean, the original painting would be worth plenty.
Oh, yes. Well, it's a print commissioned, and that's about really all I know about it. So.
But there will have been an original painting, oil painting, for that to be ripped, taken off. Not ripped off, taken off, printed.
Yes.
Well, all right, I'll offer you a little bit of money for it. I don't think I'll be any use to you, but you can always put it in auction, can't you?
I can, yes.
Right, OK. Well, I'll get out my brown notes, which is there. £10. I don't want to go too heavy, so...
You keep going, I'll keep watching.
£20. £30. Well, I mean, the frame of the glass is worth £30, so I can't go wrong at that.
No, true.
Right.
And then there's the print.
I'll forget that. I'm just saying, I could push comes to shove, I could help that and use the frame again. Listen, I'm going to be no use to it. I'll offer you £30 if you want to take it. I don't think you do you?
No.
Do you want to take it to auction?
Yes.
All righty. Listen, nice speaking to you.
And you,
I
thank
wish you all the best with it. I mean, it's got to make more than £30. If it doesn't, give us a bell.
OK.
Now, on the dealer's day, Margaret, you brought along a signed print of Leslie Wilcox. It was the Spithead Fleet Review.
Yes.
Why did you decide to sell it?
It's a nice picture, but I haven't got room for it on a wall.
OK. Now, you sat down with Mike Melody, and Mike, I thought, gave a rather poor offer. He offered 30 quid for it.
Yes.
In fact, he said, I'll buy it for the frame and for the non-reflecting glass, cheeky devil. And I think it should do better than that. The auction estimate is £50 to £70, and the reserve is 50.
Yes.
I think that's very reasonable, and I shall be surprised if it doesn't sell. It's coming up now. Let's see what it brings.
We're starting at 30, 40, 50, £50 I bid.
So we're straight in at £50, that is the reserve.
50, 60, 70, 80.
It's doing better. 50 to 70, it's at £80.
At 80, Ruby's out with me on the book and sold at £80. Go.
OK, A bid with the auctioneer £80, take away the commission, leaves you £72. What's your reaction to the £72 as opposed to the £30 Michael Melody rather cheekily offered you?
Well, I think it's done very well, and I'm very happy with
You're
that.
very happy?
Yes, yes.
On the day, Michael, we're satisfied. The gavel went down at 80, giving a real deal of £72. How dare you say you were going to scrap it? That's the real deal.
Hello, I'm Jo. You are
Bethan.
Bethan.
Yeah.
And you've come today armed with...
Yep, these 2 rings, both platinum with diamonds around the outside, left to me by my grandma.
Right. So what's made you decide to bring them along today?
Well, they've just been sitting in a drawer because they don't fit me, so I can't wear them.
They're eternity rings, you know that though, don't you?
Yeah.
Usually given at a special point during a longer marriage. Both, as you say, set with diamonds. This one's more commercial because of the size.
Right.
The trouble, as you can appreciate with these, is you can't alter them. You know, with a normal ring, you can alter the shank to fit. With a ring like this, you can't do that, you see. And this one's very limited because of its...
Yeah, it is very small, that one.
Right, well, we'll start then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 200. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's £300. Let's start.
It's a start.
Yeah.
I think they're worth a bit more than that, though.
Right. Give us a clue.
I'm not sure. If you keep putting down, I'll let you know.
No, I don't work like that. 320, 340.
I think a bit more as well.
Getting nearly there.
I still think they're worth a bit more.
Now, Bethan, let me try and help you here. There's 2 small diamond eternity rings. The offer on the table is good. I think you need a little bit more money on the table. And I think if we ask Jo very nicely, she probably will put a little bit more money on there. Remember, if we go to the auction, we would have to deduct 10%.
Right.
So our dealer's got to make a profit. I'd have looked for another 50 quid. Jo's not easy to convince, but she's a kind lady if you smile at her. See if you can get another 50 quid.
So I think a bit more then,
Bit more.
from what he said.
Right, well, I'll put down 360. That's me cooked. 370. That leaves me a bit of a profit.
Right.
And you've got to get well over 400 now.
Right, I think that's a deal then.
You're going to have a deal?
I'll have a deal. Thank
Got
you.
a deal. Thank you.
Across the room, Stacy's brought a table in to sell. But will David's offer be decorative enough for her?
Describe what you brought in for us today.
I was given it by a friend who I believe had it given to her by her father. All I know is it's got ivory in it, that's about it.
How did the friend's father come by it, do you know?
I think he was in the Navy and brought it back from North Africa on one of his trips.
And you have brought it along here to sell on their behalf today,
Yeah.
have you? And do you need their permission to sell it? So
No.
can you take
No,
whatever I offer you?
No,
That's
it was
not
given
fair.
to me, so...
OK. I don't think it's North African.
Right.
I think it's Indian, 19th century. As you say, it's all inlaid with ivory.
Yeah.
Shall I just look around the sides first? We can see there's ivory inlay around the sides. And if I tilt the top so that it can be seen a bit more clearly, you can see that that top is all inlaid with ivory pieces. And also these black lines are ebony inlay as well. And that's made in India in the 19th century, and I should know which part of India, and I'm not absolutely sure. Pretty good condition. We've got a crack running across the top here, which has meant that this little piece of ivory has popped out. You haven't got that little piece?
Possibly, yeah. It's been stored in the loft for a while, so...
So you might be able to find it for us. Otherwise, it looks in pretty good condition. Needs a good clean-up, needs the polish taken off and repolished. All right, let's kick off with a bit of an offer then. 20, 40, 60, 80, £100. How does that sound?
tempting.
Tempting.
Very. Possibly a bit more.
Funnily enough, these tables, no one used to want them.
Yeah.
But recently, they've become much more desirable. Quite a few of them around, but it is a very pretty top.
Yeah.
£120.
Squeeze a bit more.
I better put these away.
You get red ones.
No, I'm not getting the red ones out. I'll get the sort of brownie ones out.
Okay.
And I'm going to make it £130, Stacey. Have we got a deal?
Yeah, we got a deal.
Fantastic. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Also coming up, Mike proves that dealers don't always get it right.
Well, straight away, I knew it was a fake.
And Donna hopes for a magic deal.
I'm going to have it as Helen. Oh, yeah.
Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal from Birmingham.
Donna has brought in a tea set that she thinks is enchanting, but will it charm Karen?
I can see you've brought a bit of a spread with you today. I'll let you go into the story of how you found it.
Okay. Me and my husband got married 3 years ago, and when we bought our new house, moved in, about 12 months after, my husband went up to the loft. When he came back down, he brought this down in a box, wrapped in newspaper.
Right, I'll run through the sort of good and the bad, and then we'll get stuck into the old haggling, which is what it's all about, isn't it? Have you got a figure in your head?
Yes.
You have, all right, so you're going to make my job easier. Right, first of all, it's bone china by a firm called Shelley. They're one of the really good recognised factories, about 20s, 30s. This one's probably a bit later, 40s, something like that. And what people love about Shelley is basically the design. The designers at Shelley at the time were absolutely fantastic, and they did the most amazing shapes, sort of these conical shapes, very angular shapes, very Art Deco shapes. This one doesn't fall into that bracket, but it's got the name Shelley, and it's also got, if I just lift a cup up, the most gorgeous name. It's called Enchantment, isn't it? And when you read that, you just look at it in a different light, don't you? Because at first light, you think, oh, pattern's not that exciting. There's a lot of white there. But once you hear the name, you sort of look at it, oh, perhaps it's quite pretty. Do you like it?
Yeah, I do like it.
Oh, I suppose you would really, because you're selling it, wouldn't you? But this really was the age of elegance then, wasn't it? I mean, you'd go around someone's house for tea and they'd get the proper teapot out and then you'd have your cup of tea. But we don't do that anymore, do we?
Mug of coffee.
Having said that, it's a full 8 set, although I have to say we have got damage on one sauce, haven't we? We've got the 8 plates, we've got the 2 sandwich plates, we've got the cream jug and the sugar basin.
Yes.
It's a complete set. It's got the name Shelley. So, just down to putting some money, isn't it? Right, there's £50, Donna. That's my offer. Are you going to tell me what the figure was you had in your head?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's not enough.
No. That money's reflecting my enthusiasm, I'm afraid. To me, it's a fairly average Shelley tea set, and that's a fairly average tea set price. Let me stick another tenner down. I'm going to up it a tenner.
Name.
Oh, yeah. It's a wonderful name, isn't it? So wonderful. Right, there we go. 60 quid. Donna, that's it.
I was asking for a little bit more.
Donna, that's it. I can't get any more enthusiastic than £60. I don't see it over sort of 80 or 90 quid, and that's my margin. If it was a fabulous shape, fabulous colours, £200, £300, £400 for a good Shelley tea set. So Donna, that's it, I'm afraid. I'm going to put my foot down here. I'm stopping at £60.
I'm going to accept your offer.
You are? OK. Oh, well, great. Thanks very much.
Time to go over to David.
Michael Melody is one of our most experienced dealers on Dickinson's Real Deal. I've known Mike for over 30 years. He has a great deal of experience, as we say in the business, a good eye, a tremendous knowledge, a wide-ranging knowledge, and he really knows his stuff. Now, a few months ago on this very show, Michael, you sat down with a potential seller.
That's right.
And you bought what you believe to be a silver and silver gilt snuff or patch box.
Correct.
What did you give for it, Michael?
I paid £120, and if you look at the marks, they're a late Georgian mark dating 1815.
OK. With Michael's experience, he looked under the glass. He saw the assay marks there. It marks it for the early part of the 19th century. It's late Georgian. It looks very authentic, and it seems to be quite in order. What did you do next, Michael?
Well, I passed that on to a friend of mine who is a silver dealer. £150. He snapped my hand off because its retail would be roughly around about 200, 250. Within 10 minutes, I got the phone call. He said, "Do you want the good news or do you want the bad news?" I said, "Well, go on." He said, "The marks are cast, not punched." Well, straight away, I knew it was a fake.
First of all, if you were to pass this on to another member of the trade or to a private person, knowing that this was a fake,
I risked 7 years in prison. It's an offence, and a serious offence, because it's wrongly hallmarked article. All I can do with that now is have it melted down. It won't even be pure silver, and I might get £20 for it if I'm lucky.
Now, if a dealer with Michael Melody's experience can be caught out, so can you. Check it thoroughly. You have been warned.
You are?
Aaron.
Aaron.
Yeah.
I'm Jo. And you've brought these two watercolours in, Aaron.
I have done yesterday.
Right. Can you tell me a little bit about them, what you know about them?
I don't know too much on them. They're actually been in my father-in-law's family for quite a while.
Right.
And they're in a room that he no longer really uses now. So on the way to work earlier on in the week, I passed and saw the banner.
Right.
So I actually mentioned it to my father-in-law and he's asked me to bring these along for him today.
Right. I can see that they're both quite clearly signed J. Hill. Do you know anything about where they are or anything like that?
I really don't know the area of where they're from.
Because, I mean, this one, if you look, it's got these, like, cliffs, don't they?
Yes.
And then there's this kind of bell tower here. And then there's a dome in the background. But these guys are fishing.
And this one possibly from a different angle?
Possibly.
Perhaps.
Because this looks like some sort of quay, doesn't it?
Yes.
And it looks like there's a boat the other side of the quay, and this chap looks like he's foofling about. I quite like this sail, the way that's done. It's quite clever, isn't it?
There's quite a lot of detail.
There is.
Even in the sea.
Yeah. If you look at all the colouring through here, they must have been quite protected from the light, were they, where they were hung? Because the
yes,
colour, because you see how bright the blue is still there and across through here.
As I said, they're in a disused room as such,
Right.
and that's why they've come off the wall this morning.
Right. Well, we'll get a bit of money out. £100. That doesn't seem enough, does it? £150.
I'll be honest, I was looking for more than that.
You were looking for more than that. That's my bid of 150. I'm not going to tell you it's the best because I think these could be chancy because they're very nicely done.
Now, Aaron, 150 is on the table, and I've just heard our dealer say that probably is her best bid. Let me tell you what the independent valuers and the auctioneers say. They say somewhere around a couple of £100 up to 225. I totally disagree with them. They are watercolours, but they are very commercial. There's no foxing on them. They are round. Interior decorator-wise, they're superb.
They're lovely.
The quality is great. The artist monogram or signature doesn't show up particularly in the art sales index. I'm going to say they're signed all over because they have a nice commercial appearance. They're in the style of many artists who do this type of nautical subject. In my opinion, they're 350 quid's worth of anybody's money at a sale. They're already nicely mounted and presented, and they're ready to go on the wall. I'd have no hesitation in saying, Joe, sorry, my love, not interested. We are going to auction.
I think that's what you should do. I think they're a chancy lot. I think you could do extremely well with them. Because I think if somebody knows who the artist is, and everything that David has said is spot on.
That figure is exactly what my father-in-law said this morning. Because they're my father-in-law's and not mine, I'll deal.
Oh, OK. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Are you sure you're happy with that?
I know.
Just hang on a minute, did you say you accepted an offer of £150?
I have, under my father-in-law's instruction,
Yeah.
I've decided to deal at the 150 for him.
Have you been listening to what the Duke has been telling you here?
I think what we'll do is we'll put them into auction. Aaron's got his £150 for father-in-law. He can take that home and give that to father-in-law. We'll put them into auction and we will split whatever they make after the commission's off. How about that?
Thanks ever so much, Joe.
I'm a bit relieved. You know, you can lead people to water like Aaron, but you can't make them drink. Blimey, just in time.
220 there, 220, 220, 230, 240, 280, 290, 300.
On the dealer's day, Aaron Jones brought along a pair of marine watercolours. He sat down with Joe Brayshaw and he accepted £150. Now, I wasn't really happy about the £150 and I told him he should have gone to auction. Joe Brayshaw was very fair. She said, put them into the sale and anything over the 150 will split. Here they are now.
I bid now 100, £100 I bid, 100, 100, 100, 120, 140, 160, 160 I bid at 160, 160, 160, 160, we have 180 now, 180.
They're at 180 now. It's still very close.
And 80, and sold, 180, goes at 180, 2042.
They've gone down at £180. Take away £18, and that is 162. £12 to be split. £6 goes back to Joe Brayshaw, and our seller, Aaron Jones, gets another £6. Well, every few quid counts.
Coming up, Mike isn't keen.
And it's not what you call blingy, is it?
No.
No, it's the opposite of bling, really.
Yes.
Yeah.
So will his offer be on the mean side?
I'll have an honest little punk.
Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal from Birmingham. Next up, it's Judith. She wants to sell Mike her diamond ring, but will he want to part with cash for it?
The smallest diamond ring I've seen for years.
Really?
Yeah. Well, they are miniature, aren't they?
Yes,
Yeah.
just a bit, yes.
What is it? On 18 carats, is it?
It's 18 carats, yes. It
Yeah.
belonged to my gran. It was her engagement ring.
Was it?
It's been sitting in my jewellery box for 16 years.
Was it?
Doing nothing.
It's a little bit old-fashioned, isn't it?
Yes.
And it's
yes.
not what you call blingy, is it?
No.
No, it's the opposite of bling, really.
Yes.
Yeah?
Sentimental, I would suppose.
Well, that's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, forget that sentiment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the good news is gold's gone up.
Mm-hmm.
The bad news is there's hardly any left. You won't have a lot of expectations for a thing like that, will you?
Not really, no.
No. No. So you're selling it because it just sits there. I think that's the problem, you see, it just sit anywhere.
Yeah.
Do you know what it weighs?
No.
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 Because I'll buy it on weight.
Right.
Hang on. I'll use my tried and trusted method. Nothing. OK. Well, I'll get some money out. You've got two options in this life.
All right.
You can put it into auction and get an awful lot of money, or take my little bit of money.
OK.
How's that?
All right.
Yeah.
See what we can do.
That's it. I mean, I like rings, but as I say, there's not much left of that one.
No.
There's £20. There's £40. How's that looking?
I'm looking for a little bit more, if possible.
Hello, David.
Judith, that's looking terrible, isn't it?
I think so, yes.
Now, probably the diamonds are not big enough for Michael, I'm not quite sure. At £40, we have no hesitation in saying, thank you, Michael, it's very kind of you, but we're off to auction.
Well, there we go. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll have an honest little punk. How's £60? You've heard what David said. Hello, David.
I've just come back to say thank you very, very much indeed, Michael, for being so generous, but we're still going to go to auction.
I never saw you open your lips once.
I'm clever.
Nothing. Well, that's about as confident as I feel on it. But I'll tell you what, you might as well take it to auction, man.
Yes.
You ain't going to harm yourself.
No, I'll
All
take
right.
it to auction.
OK, you'll have a great day out. Well
Thank
done,
you very
Judith.
much.
Thank you.
Steve at £150, at £50 a bit, £50, £50, £60. Internet bid, sold at 60. Internet bid.
Now, on the dealer's day, Judith, you brought along a pretty little ring with 3 small diamonds, 18-carat gold and platinum.
Yep.
Where did it come from, this ring?
Right, it used to belong to my gran. It was her engagement ring.
Why haven't you worn it?
I'm not that much of a jewellery person, to be
Right.
honest.
Now, you sat down with Michael Melody.
Yes.
What did you think about Michael?
Different.
He's different, of course he's different. He's a bit of a character,
Yeah.
but he knows his stuff.
Yes.
Though I have to say, on this occasion, he wasn't very enthusiastic about Gran's ring, was he?
No.
His offer was £60. What did you think about the £60 offer?
A little bit low.
Yeah, it's a bit mean, Mike. I think you could have done a little bit better. I know it's not the biggest ring in the world, but maybe better. It's coming up now. It is £80 to £100 is the estimate. Here it is.
With £60 I have, at 60 I'm 70, at £70 I bid, at £70, £70, £80 in the room.
We're at 80. That's at the lowest reserve.
At 80 you have 90, at £80, second row, sold at 80. What it is.
On the day, the gavel went down at £80. The real deal, the take-home money, is £72.
Yes.
Are you
I'm
satisfied?
very satisfied with that, yes.
On the day, satisfied, real deal, 72 quid.
18 carat solitaire, £100 again bid, we've got to go, 100. Going to 36, 40.
A pocket watch in good condition, but can Christine and David agree a price as the seconds tick away?
OK, you've brought us in a watch underneath a dome. What can you tell us about it?
The watch belonged to my father.
Right.
He liked going travelling around antique shops and looking around in little stores. He died about 4 years ago and it's been left on the shelf at home.
And the dome came with it at the time?
I think so, I'm not quite sure, but it was just there in the cupboard.
Picking it up, I thought at first that the dome was glass, which
yes,
would be
no.
quite nice, but it's not,
No.
it's plastic. So I don't think that's got anything to do with the watch itself, and it's been put in there at a later date. We have a watch, very good condition, the dial, separate second hand, and if we open it up, we can see it's by Benson, which is a very good make of watches.
Right.
And the hallmarks for 1934.
Right.
And as you can see, although it seems to be fully wound, we can see that it's ticking away quite nicely and looks very clean inside. It's obviously in very good condition. 9 carat, hallmarked. Not the gold itself, not an enormous amount of gold in the watch. And a very pretty little watch.
It is pretty.
Have you any idea what you're expecting to get for that today?
I don't know. See what you want to offer me.
Right. These things aren't that desirable anymore because everyone wears wristwatches.
Yes.
No one carries around a pocket watch anymore. And it's not so collectible because it's not a particularly old one, not a particularly interesting movement,
Right.
even though it's by a gun maker. So the money I'm going to put on the table is going to sort of reflect all that.
Right.
Okay, so I hope you're not hoping for enormous
We'll wait and see what you do.
I'm going to put down 20, 40, £60.
Oh, I was hoping for a little bit more than that.
A little bit more. I mean, are we very close? Because I don't really want to give much more for that watch.
Maybe an extra £10?
What about splitting it? I'll give you an extra £5. £65.
Can't squeeze another extra £5 in there? Nice to let it go for a little bit more. If you do an extra £5, we have a
Since
deal.
we haven't got David around, I'm going to be generous and give you an extra £5. £70. Have we got a deal?
Yes, we certainly have a deal.
Okay, Christine.
Thank you very much.
Now for some advice. If you want to bid at auction but can't be there in person, there is another way. The Duke and auctioneer Richard Winterton explain how.
if you can't make it on the day of the sale, you can leave a bid with the auctioneer. I'm sure people still don't quite understand the security and how this works. Say, for instance, I leave a bid with you for £300. On the day of the sale, where do you start where do you open your bidding?
OK, David, if someone on the book has left £300, we would start the bidding off in the room, so everything has got a guide price in the room. So if it's guided £100 to £150, we'd probably open the starting at £80. We would then go through the sequence of the auction, people bidding in the room. If it stops at, let's say, £120, I then look at the book, there's a bid of 3, I would next bid 140, look to the room, no other bids coming in, bang.
So what you're saying is, if the bidding in the room, the competition stops at a price that is under the bid that's been left with you, then the person that's left the bid gets it at the lower price.
Yes. Yeah, very important.
It's only then, when the bid starts to get up to their £300 bid or over, are they out of the bidding. But anything below the £300, if the bidding has stopped, it then is theirs.
It is, David, and the most important, because some clients cannot be here and they do leave extraordinary high prices because they want the lot. They want to be guaranteed that they've got that lot, and they do leave high prices. So it's all down to trust, and we take it very seriously.
Most important, when you do leave a bid, you know that it's in the hands of a professional person, an auctioneer, and is trustworthy.
Coming up, Karen tries her best to tempt Rod.
Oh, I like that.
But will her tactics win her a deal?
It's a lot of money in it.
Well, it's good stuff.
Looks really
it's
pretty on that table, isn't it?
Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal from Birmingham.
Last up on Karen's table is Rod with an ornate ivory plaque. And it's caught the eye of David and auctioneer Richard Winterton.
Before I go into it, what's the story behind it?
It was given to my wife by a friend. It didn't go onto the wall, then it was taken off the wall, it went on top of the wardrobe, and that's where it's lived ever since.
Yeah. So have you got an idea of what you think this is worth?
No, not
Ooh,
really.
I like that. I like that sound. Right, let's get stuck in. Here we have what is basically referred to in the tray as a Shibiana panel. It's all mother of pearl. It's not just clear mother of pearl, it's stained mother of pearl as well.
Yeah.
And if I just look at the birds themselves that are on the tree, the plumage, it's absolutely beautifully done. Shame I'm looking down the corners, I can't actually see a signature, which is a bit of a shame, but that's not the end of the world.
Richard, a superb quality, Shibiama plaque. The frame, of course, has nothing to do with it. I would have thought this probably was part of a table screen, or more likely one of the panels out of a fine quality Shibiama cabinet.
Which explains why there's no signature on it, and it would have been one of the 3 or whatever on it. But the quality, David, is right up there, isn't it?
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Where are you going to estimate it?
OK, I think we are going to go at auction 300, 350. I think we'll leave it nice and conservative. I don't think I want to go 4, 5, 6, but I think 3 to 350 would be a good, sensible start.
Let's see what our dealer feels about it and what she puts on the table.
20, 40, 60, 80, 100 quid. No?
No, I don't think so.
I've got to keep going?
I think so.
Yeah, you sure?
Yeah, sure.
OK. 20, 40, 60, 180.
£180, Richard. What do you think about that?
No, it needs to... No, more.
Bit on the low side.
Yeah.
We need to tell our seller it's worth at least twice that.
No reaction to money, eh? 180.
I like to see money going down and see money coming to myself.
Oh,
but,
here we go. Here's David.
Now, Rod, I've walked in at this stage because I see that look on your face which says, I'm not sure what this is really worth. Now, I have a good idea what it's worth, and I want to make sure that we do the right thing for you. And I think this item has the quality to draw in all those specialist dealers, in particular, those London specialist Oriental dealers.
And there we go.
More money down, that means, doesn't it? stamina.
No.
Right, let's fill it up. There's a tour. 20 to 40. It's a lot of money, isn't it?
Oh, it's good stuff.
Looks really
yeah, but
pretty on that table, isn't it? What would you be happy with?
I really don't know.
Right, 260. 280.
I think I'd probably take David's advice.
280.
No.
What did you say then?
I think I'd probably take. I'm listening to David's.
No, don't
voice
listen to
now.
David.
No, I'm listening to David's voice.
Our seller's saying no, he's saying, I'm going to gamble, I'm going to go to auction, and I think he's right.
Well, good luck, and I hope you have a brilliant day, and I hope it does something exciting for you.
Okay, thank you.
Rod's plaque is about to go under the hammer. He can't make it today, but his wife Sandra is here to see if it sells.
Now, on the dealer's day, your husband Rod came along, and he brought an ivory shibby armour decorated plaque. It's a lovely item. This will have been part, probably, of a shibby armour decorated lacquer cabinet. And this is one of the sliding panels out of a Japanese cabinet. It's coming up now. Did your husband Rod do the right thing by turning down £280? Of course he did. It's here.
260, 280, 280, 300, 320, 340, 360.
It's doing better. It's at 380 now.
380, 400, 420, 450, 480, 480 standing, 480, 500, 500, 520.
520 now. We're on a telephone.
80, 580, 580, 600.
We're at £600 now. It's doing really well. I can see by the way you're jumping up and down and are excited that it's doing really well.
I never expected this.
720 with the telephone, sold, 720, telephone bid.
The gavel has just gone down. I can see by the look on your face, it's taken your breath away.
Yeah.
Your husband turned down on the dealer's day £280.
Yes.
The question was, did he do the right thing?
Yes, he
did.
did.
You bet your life he did the right thing. It's just made 720.
Yes.
It's got you gasping for air.
Yes.
You're going to take home the real deal of around £650. Pleased?
Very pleased, yes I am.
And so is the Duke, very pleased as well. The real deal, 650 quid. Wow.
So Sandra's thrilled with her result. But how did our dealers fare today? Mike's day was quiet. He didn't manage to buy anything.
It's not old enough for me, really.
Have a lovely day.
Karen only bought the tea set and so far hasn't persuaded anyone to buy it. David's done better. He still has the table but shifted the pocket watch for 120 quid. And it's Joe who's fared best. After generously splitting the profits of the watercolours with Aaron, they both ended up in pocket. But the rings proved glittering. She sold them for £470.
We've had an exciting day here in the sale room. A Shibiyama ivory plaque brought along by Rod and Sandra Mitchell has just made a whopping £720. What a fantastic price. Don't forget to join me, David Dickinson, next time for Dickinson's Real Deal. Bye for now.